throughout the bear market cycle and into the start of the bull market here, there have been some things that we've been contending with. And they're those macro factors, the inflation, the economy, they have played an impact into the charts and the way SHIB moves, the way that the broader crypto market moves. And what I've kind of noticed is over time, it's begun to lessen. And I think there's a big reason as to why this is. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, tomorrow we actually do have the conclusion of another FOMC meeting. All right, concluding January 31st. I think we'll get the announcement around like 1:30 Central Time, I believe it is. And there is a 97.9% chance that this is going to happen tomorrow. We are likely going to see no movement in terms of interest rates. We are likely to be stagnant. It seems like the Fed right now is content with how things are going, which means that we're not going to see much change. I'm sure the sentiment that Jerome Powell is going to give after that is going to reflect the exact same thing. Now, why I think that this really has no bearing on the market at all. Look at what's happened over the last few months and the impact that the CPI report, the FOMC meeting, the PCE report, things like this have had. All right. They've started to make less and less impact as time has moved on. And the reason why is crypto is showing that it doesn't really care. It doesn't really care about some of these outside factors when we get into normal market movement. And that's what we're experiencing right now. I talked about it in a video earlier. Guys, this is a normal market cycle. Despite inflation, despite black swan events, major liquidations, companies collapsing, we're on track for a normal market cycle. And that's actually very reassuring for people who bought at the top. And this is their first bear market that they've gone through. It's very reassuring, I think, for those people to understand that this is nothing different than what we've seen before. Yes, the bits and pieces may be a little different, but the direction isn't any different. What that means is if history holds true and we continue to follow what we've done historically, SHIB price will perform well. BTC will perform well. Adoption will continue to come. The things that we've experienced in the past, we'll experience again, just on an even bigger, broader, grander scale. I want to remind people that we are now getting into mass adoption. We are getting into institutional adoption, enterprise adoption. Basically, all the big three adoptions is what we're going through right now, the early parts of that. Now, as we get through this market cycle, that landscape is going to shift drastically. There's going to be a lot more institutional money into the space. We're going to see, obviously, a higher percentage of people around the world holding crypto. We're at like 5% right now. Would not be surprised if we approach 10% by the end of it. And what that means for something like the global market cap of crypto, that's at 1.67 trillion right now. It would not be surprising to see it over 10 trillion. There is a big wave that's going to be happening in the market. And again, these small little bits and pieces, these FOMC meetings, these inflation reports, things like that, they don't really matter anymore. And they likely won't again until we get, into the next market cycle, unless we just end up falling into a recession. That's that one big possible black swan event I could see. But if it does happen, it wouldn't surprise me if you guys remember back in 2021 when China banned crypto and they said, nope, can't do mining, can't do holding, anything like that. Remember the massive drop that we got in terms of BTC? We dropped from, I believe it was 61 or 62K all the way down into like the 30s, massive retracements throughout the market. But again, in the grand scheme of things, it didn't matter. We went on a massive spike all the way back up to 69K in terms of BTC. That's when SHIB went on its massive run. And that was when we set new, basically all-time highs for every asset in the space. So that's kind of what I'm looking at and prepared for moving forward. It's nice to see that it's just business as usual, baby. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Show your support below. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.